What's up, beautiful people? Jen here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenna Lee, aka Jen Sparkly, commander of the Sparkle Army. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out in my little corner of the internet. I hope you'll stay. Today is Friday, and that means This Week in Sparkle. This Week in Sparkle is my weekly series where I share various news items and stories from across pretty much everything. Entertainment, cute animals, news, politics, pop culture, whatever struck me as interesting, fascinating, maybe it pissed me off, or maybe I just want to know what you guys think. As always, I want to hear what you think. I want to know how you feel about everything I talk about today. As always, be respectful, be classy, and be gracious in my comment section. If you can't behave, you get mocked, blocked, forgotten, and that's the end of that. I won't tolerate it, not even for a minute. We're grown-ups around here, even if we are the Sparkle Army. As always, my thoughts are mine and mine alone. Any opinion that I may express in this video, a prior video, or any forthcoming video is my opinion only and does not reflect the thoughts, beliefs, policies, or opinions of any of the companies for whom I may be an ambassador or promoter. That said, let's see what happened this week. First of all, from the I.O. Google show, meeting, etc., basically a big tech thing, they showed off Google Duplex, a new Google program that is supposed to be an assistant AI. It's supposed to be an artificial intelligence that can make your phone calls for you, make appointments for you. For all of us who have really bad social anxiety and hate calling people, I think this was done not only for business people, but perhaps for people like us as well. Now, they did show an example of it at the conference where someone called and made a hairstyling appointment. The things I noticed right away were the same thing that you hear anytime there's an artificial intelligence speaking. It doesn't sound human. The recording, it will often sound out of tone with what the conversation should be, and numbers are what I always listen to with artificial intelligence because they always pronounce numbers so differently. So, in this, yes, it will be a haircut for 10:15 a.m. And I suppose in a pinch, or if you were just really at your wit's end and having a panic attack and could not call somebody, this could be a lifesaver. But, with artificial intelligence and technology like this, we really do have to wait and see how it works when we get our hands on it. I mean, remember how excited everyone was for Siri? And, well, yeah. Next up, this is just a random thing I discovered on YouTube this week that I wanted to share because I'm a huge conspiracy theorist and I've been reading a lot about the Titanic lately. There is a really cool virtual tour of the Titanic. It has been completely recreated in this virtual world, and they walk you through every floor, every deck, as it were. You get to go down the big staircase that you see in the movies, the big open, beautiful glass encased ceilings. It's really, really cool. So I included that this week too. I'm a nerd. Sue me. Next up, in a lot more YouTube/Google news, that's pretty much going to dominate this week in Sparkle because there's just so much to talk about. Everybody hates the Paul brothers, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. They're not in anyone's good graces, pretty much except for the kids who love them. And Team 10 is really seeming to kind of fall apart at the seams. It's really crumbling. Tessa Brooks has left. Nick Crumpton left this week. The England is my city guy, who up until now was working as the COO, the chief operating officer. He stepped down. He was basically Jake Paul's right-hand man, and he walked away. That speaks volumes about where that company is going, and it's not good. The rumor behind the scenes is that Jake and Logan's dad, you remember the douchebag who was kissing teenage girls in the kissing contest video? Yeah, that friggin' creep. The rumor is that he is behind the scenes making moves, making cost-cutting moves at Jake and Logan's businesses, respectively. And the rumor is that he fired several camera people, assistants, etc., all of whom Nick Crumpton hired for Team 10. Of course, this is all speculation and hearsay, but, you know, the mass exodus of people leaving Team 10 kind of speaks for itself, you know? In other Jake Paul news, this tour he's been so excited about and bragging about, a press release got leaked online where it said, "Get paid $50 for every child you bring. We need a young teen audience, ages 14 to 21, for Jake Paul and his friends." So basically, the company that is promoting the Jake Paul tour, the Team 10 tour, whatever it is at this point, they're offering to pay $50 a head for kids to fill up this audience. Once again, does not speak well. Their dad's a perv. Just wanted to throw that in there one more time. And because I love computer artistry and I'm a history nerd, National Geographic's YouTube channel shared this really cool video of Brazil's first emperor's face being reconstructed by an artist. It's so cool to watch. Like, I'm fascinated by that, how they have the technology now that they can actually like really put together what these people look like. And I don't know if you guys saw when they recreated King Tut, what he really looked like, or, you know, the closest approximation that they could come up with for what he looked like. You know, you have this idea in your head of royalty, you know, and you see like Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton, and they're so beautiful and well dressed, and Harry and Prince William, they're so dashing and handsome. And then you see what royalty used to look like, and it is just such a stark contrast. Now, of course, the rules for breeding and such were different then, so not having to marry their cousins has benefited the current royals greatly. But, as it were, I will share that also in the description box, where National Geographic shared this awesome video. You see step by step them recreating what Brazil's first emperor looked like, and it is awesome. More YouTube news from the I.O. Conference Summit, whatever you want to call it. YouTube has announced 2 new changes. The first one is called the Take a Break feature. You know how when you play your Nintendo Wii, how after a little while it would say, okay, well, you probably should take a little short break now. They want to do that on YouTube. Say you bored one night, got insomnia, whatever, you know, and you find a channel you'd never watched before, and you fall in love, and you're like, oh my gosh, this guy or this girl is so funny, and you really get hooked in, and you're binge watching their videos, and all of a sudden you get this notification from YouTube urging you to take a break, to walk away from the app. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you tell people, hey, it's our job to see to it that you want to watch and interact with this app, but why don't you walk away from it for a little while? Just go. Just go. Why? I feel like that meme of that preacher. Why? 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 The second change is it's like a sleep mode almost. It's an overnight mode. From 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., YouTube will silence all of your notifications. Now, I understand for a lot of people, unlike me, who have normal sleep schedules and normal jobs and are normal contributing members of society, that might be beneficial for them. But something tells me that those kind of people have long since found a way to remedy that. It's called putting your phone on silent. Really easy peasy stuff. But now YouTube wants to silence all your notifications. Now, you can of course turn that off, but they're making it your default setting. Why? 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 It don't make no sense, y'all. It's like YouTube they just don't want people to watch YouTube. I don't understand. For anyone who's just trying to build their name and you hear stuff like that, it just makes you want to kind of, you know? And then final YouTube news. The last couple of weeks, there's been a real crackdown on cannabis-themed or cannabis-centric YouTube channels accounts. Some of these channels had over 400,000 followers. Some had 5, 6, 700,000. A couple of them in the 1.2, 1.6 million subscriber range. And even though it's done in an area where it's legal and they're not promoting illegal drug usage, most of these are holistic, new age therapy related sites. They're not just people sitting around and getting the munchies and eating Funyuns. You know, a lot of this is the study and discussion of cannabis and what cannabinoid oil can do to help grand mal seizures, what it can do for glaucoma patients, what it can do for people going through chemotherapy, what it can do for countless other people in different medical conditions. But yeah, numerous channels stricken from the site. Several have relocated to places like Vimeo, and there's an actual cannabis-centric platform, and so I know several have relocated there as well, but still, it's really crappy that they had to. After all of that negativity this week, you guys know I always end with an animal video, and yeah, y'all, I had to end with one of my all-time favorite dog videos. If you haven't seen it, it's a guy talking to his dog, but he went back and dubbed a voice in to be speaking for his dog. And he's talking to his dog about the food in the fridge and who's going to eat it. And it looks like the dog gets all upset. It's very, very cute, and it's very, very funny. It is easily one... I'm a nerd for animals as it is, but this is one of the funniest videos. You know how sometimes when you scroll through and there's just certain memes or certain videos or certain jokes, whatever, that no matter how many times you've seen them, if you're scrolling through like on Instagram or going through YouTube, if you come across it, you stop and watch it no matter what. This is one of those that every time I come across it, I sit and watch it. So I'm going to link it down below because we need a super, super cute, super funny, cute dog video to break the spell of all of the cruddy news that came through this week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That has been the Weekend Sparkle. I'm Jen Sparkly. I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Saturday night hangout stream. And until then, you guys stay beautiful.